Hello everybody, and a warm welcome to another Wednesday session by Nirva. I'm so glad to see all of you here. I'm really happy that you took so much of time to be here with us today. At Nirva, we are on a mission to support women to lead a healthy life by caring for their body and mind with the help of Ayurveda and yoga. I am Dr. Trishna. I'm a naturopathy and yoga physician, and I am a senior yoga consultant at Nirva. Today, I'm your hostess. And again, a warm welcome to all of you. As you all know, we have a very special yoga session today, right? So please be ready with your mats and a bottle of water, whatever you require to do yoga comfortably. That is the second part of the session. But as we have planned it out, the first part of the session is Ayurveda. We have Dr. Shehnaz and Dr. Khushbu for yoga session, Dr. Shehnaz for Ayurveda session. Welcome you both to the session. Dr. Shehnaz is an MD, BMS, and certified Smriti meditation practitioner. She's a senior Ayurveda consultant and a clinical researcher at Nirva. So let's get started with today's topic. The first part of the session, Dr. Shehnaz is going to talk all about your gut microbiome. Now, this is a very, very interesting topic because a lot of people are doing a lot of research here, and we are realizing that, gut is more than what we thought it to be, right? She will be speaking about Ayurvedic remedies to improve our gut health. We will also see a therapeutic yoga demonstration by Dr. Khushbu that will help you restore your gut balance. Before we start the session on understanding gut microbiome, here is an interesting fact. Now, a recent study has proven that gut microbiome is always evolving, and the people around us have an important part to play in that. That means our gut microbiome can be influenced by the people whom we interact with on a day-to-day basis. It can be your pet, your spouse, or anybody for that matter. And another interesting thing is that anybody, even who is away from you, who is not physically near you, can also influence your gut microbiome. Now, that is very, very interesting, isn't it? It's very curious for us to know how that happens. That is because mental health and gut health are completely in sync with each other. So if your mental health gets influenced by something, that can eventually lead to influencing your gut health. So it's important that we develop a good community around us so that we maintain our mental health as well as our gut health. Now, talking about community, we at Nirva are building an amazing community of women to empower ourselves, to take care of ourselves and grow all of us so that we all grow together actually. So do join our Facebook community, the Nirva Circle, and become a Nirva Zen. I know as somebody was talking right now, we are cooking and then somebody is driving and we are doing 100 things at the same time. Sometimes we do not have the time to take care of ourselves, connect with like-minded, women, work on our mental health and physical health. And that is exactly why we have this community where you can connect with women like us, all right? And share our thoughts, maybe discuss a lot of things like Ayurveda recipes, healthy lifestyle, and so many things. So here we have the link in our chat box to join Nirva Circle, our Facebook community. Please join it and be a part of this wellness revolution so that all of us are able to be able to support each other whenever we need us, right? Yes. And so without any delay, let's start with Dr. Shehnaz's session, all right? Let's see what she has to talk about gut and how it impacts us and what Ayurveda can do actually to improve our gut health. So it's over to you, Dr. Shehnaz.
Thank you, Dr. Trishna. A warm good evening to one and all. So today, as Dr. Trishna told, we'll be talking about gut. So why? Because, April was the IBS Awareness Month in UK, and May, the coming month, is actually Gut Awareness Month. So why not we talk about gut and talk about facts and also natural remedies to revitalize your gut naturally. So basically, I'll just start with Hippocrates' statements. He said, like over 2000 years ago, Hippocrates said, all diseases begin within the gut. Similar is the concept of Ayurveda. Ayurveda says gut is the root cause of all diseases. Now, how do you perceive this fact? Do you really believe like all diseases begin within the gut, or have you had any experience that your gut was deranged first and then you have had other diseases as well? Let me know that in the chat box. So Raji says yes. So Raji agrees with us. We're getting more responses. Suneha is also saying yes. Yeah, probably you all agree with me, right? And also Ayurveda, that gut is the root cause of all diseases. Now, how gut becomes the root cause of all diseases? Because inside our gut, there is a flora or a group of microorganisms containing bacteria, viruses, fungi, and it can be categorized into good bacteria and bad bacteria. Now that bad bacteria will be present in our gut, but if it gets imbalanced and if it gets, more dominantly than the good bacteria, that is when our gut becomes deranged. So otherwise, we have this good bacteria within us, which not only help with the digestion, but also it multiplies so often that the unhealthy kind of or the bad bacteria do not have much space there. So what happens if your bad bacteria takes the role? Then the gut becomes deranged and you get the diseases like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, etc. Now, how do we know that our gut microbiome is, well healthy, and what are the factors that affect our gut microbiome? So that, affects the amount of good bacteria and the amount of bad bacteria. Basically, it's the genetics. So if you have a family history of autoimmune diseases or inflammatory disorders, or even gut issues, like hemorrhoids or other kind of diseases in your family running, then it is more nearly chances that you will also get the same amount of gut microbiome. So it has a connection to the genetics. Then the next one is the mode of birth. So if your mom had a normal delivery or a cesarean section, this also affects the gut health. So the cesarean section, it actually, has a more deranged gut microbiome when compared to the babies who were delivered through a normal delivery. So that is one another factor. Then the next one is age. When you are getting more age, your gut flora can change. Then the next is stress. So if you're affected with stress, that affects the gut microbiome and certain diseases. Your environment, as Dr. Trishna was saying, the relationships, even if it's, and even if the person is not physically present. Then the next is medication use. So certain medication can alter the gut microbiome. And finally, but not least, diet. So the daily diet that you are having can greatly influence the gut microflora. So how will you come to know that there is a healthy balance of bacteria in our gut? So when you have a healthy balance of bacteria in your gut, it's called equilibrium, or it maintains the homeostasis of our body, which means that all your physiological processes will be smoother, your digestion will be smoother, your metabolism will be smoother, your sleep will be better, your mood will be better. Like that, you will have an equilibrium. So when this gut imbalance occurs, or there is an imbalance of bacteria in our gut, that is when we are affected with health conditions. So how will you come to know that you are having a healthy gut? So basically, there is no one ideal healthy gut. Everyone's gut is different. So how will you come to know that if our gut is healthy or not? Now that's when Ayurveda can help, because Ayurveda considers basically two factors when it says about gut. The first one is digestive fire. So when we say digestive fire, it's that fire or the energy that is needed to digest your food that's inside your gut. Okay, and also it also means that the cellular digestion or the tissue level digestion that's going on, not only just inside the gut, but in your cells, in your tissues, everything matters. And there is type of gut. Now, when we say type of gut, it's the natural gut behavior or the gut reactivity. That is how your gut is reacting to certain food substances or how your gut is behaving to certain food substances. So these both things actually define how capable is your digestion and your metabolism. Now, how will you come to know which type of gut you have? So in order to know that, you need to first know what is your body type. So according to the body type, gut can vary. So how is the body type analyzed? So basically we have three bioenergies, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. All three bioenergies and its amount or the predominance of these bioenergies determine the body type. So accordingly, the gut can also vary. Now I'll say, how many of you have the habit of, taking heavy food, but it gets digested so easily? Sometimes you may be taking light food, but it is very difficult to digest. Have you had such experience? Any such experiences? Raji says no. Roma says yes sometimes. Now, Raji, when you say no, have you ever experienced that when you're having your food, it gets digested so fast that you feel hungry so fast? Does anyone had that experience? It gets digested so fast. Now, that is one other type of gut. Then there is the third one, where you have a very mild digestive fire, that you, even the lighter food, you find it very difficult to digest. Even if you had very light meals, you feel so heavy and you feel, very hard to digest, or your energy levels become low even after taking light food. Claudia is saying always hungry. Yeah. And now I'll say what all these three things mean. The first one, that was the irregular digestive fire. That is, you have proper digestion at times, even if you take heavy food. But sometimes, even if you take very light food, it becomes very difficult to digest. So these kind of irregularity is the predominance of Vata bioenergy inside you. So if you are a Vata Prakriti person, or if you are having a body type of more predominance of Vata, then there are chances that you have this type of gut. Or if you have recently noted these type of gut or these type of changes in your gut, that shows that the bioenergy inside you, the Vata, has become imbalanced. So these are the two chances that we have. So when we said about the next one, that is, even if you eat very heavy food, it digests so fast that you feel hungry so fast, right? That is the characteristic of Pitta bioenergy. So if you are a person who's having more of Pitta predominance in your body, then that you will be having these kind of digestive fire. And finally, when you have more of Kapha bioenergy inside your body, you find it very difficult to digest even light food. So these are the three types of gut that we have. Now, what is the use when we know that these are the bioenergies that cause the imbalance? That's when your Ayurveda physician will be able to help you to rightly choose the food which can balance these bioenergies, and also the habits which can balance these bioenergies. And that's how we make the gut healthy. So this is how we say, like, how individualized Ayurveda is. Now, why gut matters? Do you just think that our gut does only the function of digestion? Or do you know what are the benefits you'll get when you have a healthy gut? What's your take on that? Is it just to digest food, or is there something to do with your mood, or other physiological functions? Raji is saying happiness. Someone is saying healthy mind. Oh, Rosie is saying energy. Yeah, better energy, better mood. Yeah, you all are right. So let's see what are the benefits you get if you have a healthy gut. So basically, your resilience to stress gets enhanced. You get a clearer grip, and your seasonal allergies all get reduced. Your cognitive function will get improved. All the critical nutrients will be absorbed rightly, and your food sensitivities will be reduced. Also, you will hold a stronger immune system. Your inflammation, pain, everything will get reduced. Your hormones will be balanced. You'll have a better mood and energy. So these are the benefits you get when you have a healthy gut. And also, when I say like you will get enhanced resilience to stress, there is this connection that you should know, the connection of your gut and brain. So have you ever noticed when you are stressed, you get some changes in your gut? Is there any experiences like that relating your stress and your gut? Roma is saying bloating. She experiences bloating. Yes. We are getting a lot of yes. Yes. Why your gut is affected when you become or when you feel stressed is because you have this gut brain connection. Scientists call our gut as a second brain because it has a direct connection. So among 100 billion neurons in our brain, the gut contains 500 million neurons. So when you become stressed, what happens is that you will either become into a fight mode or a flight mode. Either you will fight with the situation or you will fly away from the situation. For both these kind of situations, for you to handle the situation, you will have to have more blood flow towards your muscles, your breathing rate will increase, all these changes will happen. So what happens is that your digestive function will not happen properly. So it impacts that blood flow to the gut. That's how the gut gets affected. So it's said like, if it's a happy gut, it's a happy mind. Apart from this, what affects our gut health? So basically, as we told, like behaviors and stress levels affect it. Apart from that, certain antibiotic medication. So these can actually impact your gut flora. And the pesticides, herbicides, and other agricultural chemicals that you get through non-organic food or other kind of foods. And also sometimes being over hygienic, using antimicrobial sprays and very antiseptic, all these things can actually impact our gut health. Now, how will you know that you have an unhealthy gut? The basic 4 symptoms generally people get affected is bloating, as many of you said now. Whenever you get stressed, you get the bloating. Constipation, diarrhea, abdominal pain. So these are the 4 signs generally people get. But there are many other signs which we usually not recognize that it is because of an unhealthy gut. Basically, they are the food allergies or food sensitivity, frequent infections and illness, skin problems, depression, anxiety like mood issues, metabolic disorders like diabetes, obesity, mood swings, autoimmune diseases, digestive issues, as I told, like bloating, constipation, acidity, etc. And finally, poor memory and concentration. Now, how many of you have experienced these kind of, symptoms when you had an unhealthy gut? Any experiences like that, having skin problem, when your gut is not well, or having any anxiety, depression, or have you noticed any change in your concentration? Definitely. Yes. So I hope like everyone have experienced this together. So these are certain signs that we get when we have an unhealthy gut. Now, here are some natural remedies for a healthy gut. The first one, the magic ingredient is ginger. Ginger is very good to aid gastric emptying. When I say gastric emptying, it speeds up the movement of foods from the stomach to your upper intestinal tract. That means digestion happens properly. So it's effective for indigestion, diarrhea, bloating, and irritable bowel syndrome. So a cup of comforting ginger tea always help in soothing and proper functioning of your gut. Then the next one is garlic. So garlic helps in treating intestinal problems like diarrhea, colitis, dysentery. Dysentery means when you have blood or mucus in diarrhea. So what happens is that garlic helps to stimulate the growth of healthy bacteria and it destroys the bad bacteria like intestinal parasites and worms. So you can consume 3 to 4 cloves of raw garlic daily to treat digestive issues. But definitely before having all this, just make sure to have a conversation with your Ayurvedic physician so that you know the type of gut you are having, the digestive fire that you're having, the bioenergy imbalance that you're having, you will come to know whether this ingredient is apt for you. And then we have fennel seeds. So consuming 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of fennel seeds on a regular basis can help to keep your digestive tract healthy and happy. And finally, we have the gooseberry, Indian gooseberry or amla we say. So you can try taking a shot of amla juice every day for optimal digestive support. The amla can actually can balance the pH inside your stomach, thereby helping you with the acidity. Now, apart from this, we have a few secrets for a healthy gut. The first one is getting enough sleep. So at least 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night can give you a healthy gut. And also staying hydrated. It has a very beneficial effect on the mucosal lining of your intestine. And it will also help to balance the good bacteria in our gut. And then the next is to have enough amount of fiber. Now, how will you take enough amount of fiber? You need to have plenty of fresh fruits, vegetables, chia seeds, legumes, soaked nuts, quinoa, and brown rice. And finally, make sure that you give some rest to your system, to the time to repair and heal between your meals. Try not to overeat or snack in between your meals. So ensure that you're giving proper rest to your system. And finally, Ayurveda has certain procedures called detoxification procedures. So if your gut is already imbalanced, your gut flora is already imbalanced, then you can have certain specific treatments to balance your gut microbiome. So Ayurveda has the options like some medicines which can enhance your digestive fire. We also have medicated ghees to ignite and strengthen your digestive fire. And there are some detoxification procedures called as emesis, purgation, and enema. So through all this, we achieve the goal of detoxification and then our gut flora becomes balanced and that will help to achieve a healthy gut. And finally, we also have certain external panchakarma therapies, which can actually help to train your brain. So the first one is Shirodhara, which means, as you can see in the picture, just pouring liquid onto your forehead and to your complete head. So that will actually help to reduce your stress levels and that will have an impact, a good impact on your gut. Then the next one is retention of oil inside your head. That is Shirobasti. Then external application of certain medicines into your head. That is Shiro Leba. And then we can have complete body massage with oils. That is called as Abhyanga. And finally, we can also have complete body massage with certain powders, medicated powders. All these will help to train our brain and also will help to calm our mind and reduce our stress levels. And that's how we can repair the damage that has happened to the gut. So these are certain remedies and therapies which is possible to have or to revitalize your gut naturally. So I hope this session helped you understand your gut better and how your gut gets affected and what are the therapies that we can provide to revitalize your gut naturally. Thank you so much for your patient listening.
Thank you, Dr. Shehnaz, for such an informative session. Actually, Who knew that gut can have so much of impact in one's life, right? Nobody, every day we overlook our gut, we eat whatever we want, whatever we can grab, and then we end up having a lot of problems. So this is a right opportunity for us to understand what our gut is all about and work towards probably detoxification if we have not had a healthy lifestyle all these years. So all is not lost. We can still get everything back to control and have a balance. All right. So that was very, very interesting topic, wasn't it? Now, before we go on to yoga session, for those of you who are new to our sessions, I would like to just introduce a few things about Nirva. So at Nirva, we are focused on making you healthy inside out. We give personalized treatment plans based on Ayurveda and therapeutic yoga for chronic conditions. We offer menopause management, joint health, and gut health management. Now, how does all this happen? Nirva is a unique team of certified Ayurveda practitioners, certified yoga professionals, and caring health coaches. And this team helps you actually with everything you need in your holistic healing journey. We also have a robust and closely connected community of women across the UK and US who share a common goal of leading a healthy and happy life. I think that's what is important. When we support each other, that's when we grow stronger, right? So next, what we have is the yoga session. But before we go to that, let me tell you very exciting news. Nirva has launched Nirva Retreat. This retreat is not just a part of a beautiful or relaxing vacation, but also an important part of your health journey. The first chapter of Nirva Retreats is happening in Kerala, popularly known as God's own country, for all the beauty that it beholds. It's a beautiful place, and with all this Ayurveda and yoga, it can actually enrich your body, mind, and soul. We have a lot of experiences and activities lined up for you. So for all those of you who are worried that, okay, all these years I've not been able to manage my gut, so what do I do? This is a great opportunity for you to, get into that detox and then get back to that balance or equilibrium. I know all of you have been waiting for therapeutic yoga as well. So without any delay, let's get to yoga session. Dr. Khushbu is our yoga practitioner. She's the yoga coach at Nirva, and she'll be taking the sessions for you today. Now, a word of caution just before the practice. During the practice, all the practices should be performed with awareness of body and mind. Second thing is breathing. So breathing is always through nostrils unless it is specified otherwise. Okay. Do not hold your breath at any point of time unless it is instructed that way. And you should end all the practices with proper relaxation or cooling down practices. And the important point here is do not take bath or have food immediately after the session because you want your body to come back to normal or come back to, the neutral position before we can actually start eating or taking a bath or something like that. Yes. All right. So let me request Dr. Khushbu, our certified yoga practitioner, to take over the session and start with the yoga. Dr. Khushbu, it's over to you. Is there a technical glitch? Let me check. Just give me a moment, please.
Yes, Dr. Trishna, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
I can
Okay,
take over. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So a warm good evening to all of you lovely ladies over here. I know half of you have been cooking, but I know definitely you can peep in and look at the screen for a few seconds so that you can grab in what yoga can help you in this healing journey. So you'd have got ample amount of information from Dr. Shahnaz, and now it is all here to apply that practically into a session of therapeutic yoga. So let's see a few poses which is going to enhance our gut health. At the same time, it's going to help us in diversifying our gut microbiome. So before I start, it's always a heads up. If you have undergone any kind of recent surgeries or injuries, kindly avoid the practice and seek the help of your physician before you start on with the practice. You know your body better than anyone else. So in case you have any kind of stiffness or limitations in any of your joints or muscles, and you find some of these practice to be difficult, it's okay. Just take a watch over and you can practice the rest of the ones. And if you have any kind of severe health complications, then kindly practice only after the advice of your physician. So I hope that all of you are very much excited. So we are going to see a series of different postures in different positions, all focusing on improvising your peristaltic movement and at the same time to diversify your gut microbiome. So we are going to do a few of the twisting postures, few of nice breath synchronized movements. I know a lot of you might be familiar with these poses, but we can all do together and see how does this affect our gut health. So let me quickly start on with the session. Yeah. Great. I hope that all of you can see me. So let's gently start. Take up a nice sitting position. Let's start with good grounding. Keeping your palms open on your knees, just gently breathe in. And as you breathe out, chant Nakara for 3 rounds. Breathe in. Just try to set an intention that you're going to make yourself comfortable all through the practice and try to synchronize every movement with your breath and focus upon your gut. Now gently bring both your palms together, rub it against each other, make a gentle cup, place it on your eyes and dissipate that energy. Let's start with few of the stretches in standing. So I request all of you to gently take up a standing posture. Now, in your standing, try slowly taking up your knees to your hips. So slowly you can gently place your hands either in front of your hips or on your hips and gently take up nice high knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now gently open up your legs a little bit, your hands on the hip, and gently give nice circles. Exhale, inhale. Slowly move backward and breathe in, move forward, breathe out. Now one more round towards the opposite. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now let's give a nice shoulder rotation with the same standard posture. Gently place your hands on the shoulders. Move it up. Nicely breathe in, down and breathe out. Move it up, breathe in, down and breathe out. Move it up, breathe in, down and breathe out. Now the opposite direction. Take it up, breathe in, forward, breathe out. 2 and 1. Relax. So now let's start with the posture. We've done a bit of loosening and stretching. So let's start with the posture. The first posture is Kriya Katalasana. So gently open your legs, the same shoulder distance. Stretch your hands right in front of your chest, turn it inside out. Your fingers interlocked. Now place your hands above your head and gently try to stretch towards your side from the torso. Exhale, move to your side. Breathe in and come back. Again, exhale, stretch to your side. Breathe in and come back. Now let's maintain for 10 seconds. As you're familiar with the movement, slowly exhale, stretch to the side, stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, come back. Now to the opposite, nicely stretch and lean to the side. Stay there for a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, come back. And gently ease out your hands. Now let's move to the next posture, the 3-cone asana. So slowly open up your legs nicely. Give a nice 2 feet distance between your legs. Set your hands to the side at your shoulder level. Slowly you're going to lean first towards the right. Exhale, stretch down to the floor. Wherever your hands put, stay there. Now stretch and look at your outstretched hand above your head. Just stay there and keep breathing normally. Gently take a nice breath in, come back. Now to the opposite side. Exhale, stretch down. Look at your right outstretched hand now. Keep a nice angle. Breathe in and breathe back. Now let's go for one more round. Slowly exhale down. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, come back. Exhale down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and come back. Beautiful. Now slowly come back. Bring your legs and your hands back. Now let's move on to the next posture, the Vajrayasana. So let's take a nice tabletop. So slowly drop in your palms and your knees and stretch yourself like a tabletop. Make sure that your shoulders and your wrists are in one line, your hip and your knee is in one line. Adjust yourself here, and now you're going to do a nice breath coordinated movement. Breathe in, dip your spine and stretch your neck up and look up. Breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest, follow your spine, tuck yourself. Breathe in, drop down, stretch your neck, look up. Breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest, follow your spine, tuck your glute. One last round, breathe in, stretch. Look up. Breathe out and in. Now relax, neutralize your spine. Now let's gently move on to the next posture. Slowly coming back to Vajrasana. So I know that all of you will be very much familiar with this posture called Vajrasana. We're sitting on your heels. So for people who have knee problem, it might be difficult. So you can place a pillow at the front of your knees and the back of your heels. This is going to excellently help in improving your digestive system because your blood is entirely pulled up here to your digestive system. This is a go-to posture any time of the day, even just after having food, you can practice this posture. Now, let's move on to the next posture. Slowly outstretch your legs, the right and the left out, and take up a nice long sitting. Now, keeping your legs a little gap between, you're going to twist your body, twist your torso to the Bhunamanasana. So take your right hand and left hand and stretch it towards the right corner. And slowly breathe out and breathe down. As much as you can. Feel the twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, come back, and look straight. And the same thing opposite, nicely twist your torso, take a nice side, and slowly exhale and stretch down to the floor. Breathe in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, come back, and back to the straight posture. Relax, take a nice breath. It's a very energetic twisting posture. Now let's slowly go back to lying position. From here, slowly stretch down your back to the mat and ease out. Slowly we are going to practice one of the greatest posture which helps in gut health, which helps in your metabolism, which is nothing but the Pavanamuktasana. So slowly you're going to take your legs, stretch it to 90 degrees. Fold up your knees and bring it close to your chest. And now wrap your hands around your knees and just stay there. If you're comfortable, you can gently bring your neck forward. And stay here. Keep breathing normally. Do not hold your breath. Squeeze out your shoulders. Don't shrug your shoulders. Keep it eased and relaxed. Feel like you're just encasing yourself. Just keep breathing normally. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, stretch your neck back, your upper body back. Now gently place your hands by the side of the body. Release your leg up, exhale and come down. Relax out here. Stretch down both your legs by the sides, your hands by the side of the body. Just gently place left hand onto your chest, right hand onto your belly, keeping your eyes closed. We're going to slowly move into becoming conscious of your breath. Now let's start a good diaphragmatic breathing, helping the muscle diaphragm to move up and down and enhancing your belly breathing. Gently breathe in, push your belly up with all the air in. Breathe out and exhale. Breathe in, push your belly, exhaling out. Breathe out and exhale. Breathe in, push your belly, exhaling out. Breathe out and exhale. For people who are sitting, you can kindly take up sitting, close your eyes for a few seconds, devote yourself into this practice. Keep practicing for another 2 to 3 rounds until you find a switch over which you come. You compose with your body. From here, let's give these Ankara, Ulvara, and chanting. Thinking about the frequency to heal your body. Breathe in, focus upon your abdomen and chant Ankara. Open up your heart space, chant Ulvara. Go back to spend silence. Gently try to calm yourself down through the Mahara chanting. Here, a few seconds with the body in complete sense and state of relaxation. Gently assure your body that you're not going to exploit your body's needs, that you're not going to starve or eat the wrong food or give yourself the wrong nourishment. You're going to always focus upon nurturing the body into healthy practices. Let's gently awaken our body. Slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, stretch your hands above your head, your eyes stretched, and gently take up a sideline. Stretch out your right hand, hold your left knee. Take up a sideline towards the right. Use your hand support and gently come up to sitting. Once you come up to sitting, let's slowly chant Makara and end. Placing your palms open and your hands, breathe in. Recognize all the practice you did. Gently bring your palms together, finger against each other. Make a gentle cup and release the hands. Open your eyes with a few blinks and a beautiful smile. I hope that all of you enjoyed these poses and I think you got a good takeaway to keep practicing this. Thank you so much. Over to you, Dr. Shah.
Thank you, Dr. Khushbu, for that wonderful, relaxing session of yoga. I'm sure all our guts are happy right now, isn't it? So we hope today's yoga session and Ayurveda remedies benefit you to help improve your gut function. As Dr. Shehnaz had mentioned earlier, a happy gut is equal to happy mind and body. So that also means when you have happy gut, you are able to cope up with stress in a better way, and your immunity is also better. These are the two things which we encounter every day, right? We have a lot of stressors around us, and that impacts us on a daily basis. And then we also have so many changes happening around us, and that impacts our immunity. So we are open to questions right now. If you have anything you want to talk about, we are open to that now. Yes, actually, we have a couple of questions here. I'll just read out the questions. So, does food supplement help or degrade the gut health? Dr. Shehnaz, would you like to answer this question based on the Ayurveda perspective?
Definitely. So does food supplements help? Yeah, it definitely helps. Food supplements definitely help. But before taking food supplements, it would be good to just know whether your gut needs food supplements, or with just having some, changes, just mild changes in your diet can help with you. Then you need not have to take the food supplements, but that depends on your condition. So better you can take a personalized consultation and then find out whether food supplement is needed for you.
There is another question. If someone has Crohn's, what is the best way forward?
Yeah. If someone is having Crohn's disease, then it's like the inflammatory disease that we are having. So we need to know the stage of the disease, the state of your gut at that point of time. For that also, I would suggest like a personalized consultation to know your gut better, and the food sensitivities that you're having, and then accordingly we can move forward.
All right. So how long will the gut reset take?
Gut reset.
Yes.
Yeah. The gut reset, actually, researchers and studies shows that it just takes 3 to 4 days, but definitely with greater impact on our diet, sometimes it's even possible to change your gut, microflora within just 24 hours as well. So usually it takes like 3 to 4 days, or maximum within a week. There will be a lot of change if you are having, much of a dietary changes that can actually reset your gut.
Okay. So Marina is asking, I have amla powder from India, or is the fruit better to have instead of the powder?
Yeah, the fruit is always better to have. So if you can get the fruit available, then that will be a better choice to go. If not, then we can go for the dry amla powder.
Yes. And someone also has asked that when stressed and overthinking, I get pain in my ankles, left ankle. So Ayurvedically, what can be done?
When gets stressed?
Yeah, whenever she gets stressed, she gets pain in her left ankle. Okay. And what can be done regarding this in Ayurveda, according to Ayurveda?
Yeah, we need to first find out like whether the ankle pain is just because of the stress, or is there any pathology behind it. So with certain medications and with certain medicated oils, we can have better relief through Ayurveda. And also definitely with better stress management, if you have find out this link between stress and the ankle pain, then we can have more better changes with stress management as well. For that, yoga will also help.
So just adding a few points there. Usually what happens is whenever we are stressed out, all our body organ systems get impacted. So if the digestion gets impacted, you may have aches and pains. You will have, sometimes chest pain, palpitations, a lot of things happen in your body when you get stressed out, right? Because it's a nervous system response. And when we have to treat that, we have to learn to manage that stress. This is an automatic reaction. As Dr. Shehnaz earlier said, it's about, fight or flight mechanism. It's like a software that is there in our body, right? So we can actually change it if we actually train our body and mind to do it. So with food and with yoga, we can definitely manage these things. So most of these conditions, most of the health conditions get worse when there is a stressful episode, and we can definitely stop that and have a better prognosis. All right. So there is another question, Dr. Shenas. Are lotus seeds good for gut?
It's the makhana seed.
Makhana, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be very light to digest, and it helps with indigestion. And when you are having the snacking habit, it seems to be a good snack to have when you have gut issues.
Yes, I always buy that and keep. Otherwise, it's difficult. Yeah. Okay. Food intolerances seem to make things worse, but it's so complicated to single out whatever may be upsetting your system. Any herbs that would help sort this out?
Yeah, there are certain herbs that actually can help with. So as I mentioned, like the fennel seeds, the ginger, and also, the cumin seeds, all these can help your gut. So you need to find out the right herb for you, according to your body type and the symptoms that you're having.
Yeah, I think that's very important, right? Because to understand what our body is all about, mind is all about, and then working towards, achieving health, right? Very, very specific kind of thing. Does probiotic help, and is it good for RA?
Probiotics. Probiotics can actually help with, changing the gut flora to have a more healthier bacteria system. So that can actually reduce the inflammation, which is associated with rheumatoid arthritis as well. So it can help.
All right. Nanda was asking about prebiotics. So prebiotic is actually something which enriches the function of probiotics, right? So the good bacteria gets nourishment from prebiotics. So prebiotics are also very important when you have, when you are thinking of probiotics as well, or gut health per se. But Dr. Shenaz, is there any prebiotic that you can, mention right now in Ayurveda that helps?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, according to modern nutrition, inulin is a very good prebiotic. Actually, it helps in nourishing the gut bacteria. I'm not sure about Ayurveda, but inulin is very good. Yeah. Yes. Sometimes also these, fibers, soluble and insoluble fibers, all those things can actually act as prebiotics. All right. Okay. Now, next is ginger is good for gut health, but does it produce body heat even more?
Yeah, ginger also, with certain people who have this pitta imbalances, it does not actually go good with them. So it can sometimes produce the body heat. It feels like it is increasing the inflammation when you have a pitta imbalance, pitta bioenergy imbalance.
So again, we come to the point that we should know what our body type is, then start doing all these things, right? That's very important. All right. I've been doing the therapeutic yoga. I'm so tired. Is that normal? And sore muscles. Thank you, Angela. So Angela, let me answer that question for you. See, when you do therapeutic yoga in the right way, usually you don't experience tiredness. You should be feeling relaxed. So I'm just wondering whether you are doing it more like an exercise way, then it is possible that you are getting tired, right? And sore muscles, it is possible initially because, all these years you have not moved your body parts and, muscles, and suddenly it moves. Initially 1 or 2 days you will feel that a gentle kind of a pain, but that is okay. It is always going to go away. We have to continue with the practice. But if it is therapeutic yoga, it has to be mindfully done, slow, with awareness, and enjoying the practice. So relaxation is an integral part of therapeutic yoga. I hope I've answered your question, right? So Ashima asks, will the medication for constipation affect the gut health severely?
Yes, when you are taking laxatives for longer periods, it can totally derange the gut health. So taking laxatives for longer periods is not advised.
Okay. Yes. So we don't see, the thing is, again, popping a pill is much easier, right? For us to reset our gut is more important because that's a long-term solution that we can do for ourselves, right? Okay. All right. I'm also really tired and on day 2 of this diet plan given to me. Is this normal? When will I start to feel more energy? Kami asks this question.
The diet plan that we have given to her, like, from the Nirva diet plan.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah. So it's better to talk with your health coach because we need to know like what kind of diet plan was that. So Is it just after taking the diet plan that you are feeling tiredness? Then you should definitely let your health coach know. So it must be, because of the sudden diet changes. Usually we do not do that sudden diet changes. So we need to, rightly find out like what's happening. So it would be better to contact your health coach. So Kami, could we know who your health coach is?
Yeah, I think since everybody's on mute, probably she'll have to.
No, I have
press the-
changed it to, they
Okay.
can unmute themselves.
All right. Okay, good. So shall I go to the next question by the time she is able to answer? Yeah.
Yeah.
So pitta imbalance and fermented foods never are good. Is that the case?
Yes. Pitta imbalances and fermented foods are never good.
Okay. All right.
They aggravate the condition.
Ah, okay. So Claudia has written her audio is not very good. There is an echo around her voice. Is it my
My voice?
audio or Shenaz's? I'm not sure.
Shanaz.
Shenaz's.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think next time we'll have to kind of, work on that. Yes. All right. Is there anything else you would like to know? Anything more? Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Can I just ask, so I just wanted to sort of understand how like a fructose intolerance or the FODMAP diet ties in with the the Ayurved principles, the Kapha, Vita, Vata and Pitta. Like I've been told, I've had some food intolerance tests done, and they found that I was quite sensitive to fructose, and I had really, really bad reflux issues. And like I'd get, very, very hungry suddenly, and then the retching and, the silent reflux, but it was really bad. To be honest, because I was caring for a sick relative and young baby, I never really followed the FODMAP diet properly. Now with the Nirva diet, like I'm so much better, like in all ways, with the yoga, with the sleep, in all the ways. But I just wanted to now understand how that advice ties in with the Ayurveda principle.
Thank you, Sonal. So basically, when Ayurveda dietary principles are considered, they just look into your gut type and the bioenergy imbalance. And that's how we design the diet. It's not about the, the type of food that actually matters, but we choose the diet according to the bioenergy imbalance and your type of gut and the current status of your digestive fire. So that's how it's working.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonal.
Thank you.
Can
All
I
right.
just ask, your retreats,
Yes.
are they all in Kerala?
Right now, yes, the retreat is happening. The first retreat is happening in Kerala. But in future, it will be happening at other places. But currently, it is planned in Kerala.
The one in October and the one in February 2024?
Yes.
Okay. Will there be sort of some sort of information about the cost and the days and the program?
Yes, absolutely. So we can have a call arranged for you, a discovery call. So I'm not sure because I'm not able to see everybody on my screen. If you can just directly message me, I'll keep your details with me and contact the team, and they will probably connect with you. Is that okay?
That is, but you won't have anything in the email, about the retreat.
We can also email you, Manjeet. So, we'll get back to our team and then we'll, let them inform that to mail you the details. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. So again, Joanna has asked, what is the cost of a retreat? So Joanna, again, we'll have to connect you with the team and they should be able to explain you what it is all about and the cost and everything. Is that okay?
It would be nice if they had some sort of like a program and show us where the place is, and like a brochure or something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Manjeet, we already had a retreat program conducted. So maybe we can send the details of that as well.
Yes, please.
So Kami again asks, I think I'm Kapha Pitta, but because of menopause, it is my Vata that is not balanced. So is it okay to have ginger?
So when you say where your Vata is not balanced, what is the symptoms that you're having that we need to check? So if you're having more of indigestive symptoms and more of bloating kind of symptoms, actually ginger can help. But if you're having more of acidic symptoms or acid reflux symptoms, then maybe ginger is not a good choice to have at that point of time. So it's good to talk with your Ayurvedic physician to rightly know about the condition and then prescribe them.
Also, RC has messaged, may have the cost for the retreat for February 24 to 2024, right? February 2024. Again, we'll
Yeah.
have to kind of, connect you with the team. So would you be able to kind of, how do we go about it, Shahnaz? Like, how do
We can actually get in touch with the team and they'll contact you through the mail. And if you want to know more details, you can book a discovery call through the mail as well.
All right.
Who is this RC, by the way? Maybe know your name so that we could come back and contact you.
Sorry.
Reena Chandan. That's completely fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I've noted.
Yes. And do you give any Ayurveda medicine with diet?
Yeah, depending upon the condition. So if we need, the support of food, Ayurveda medicines or Ayurveda supplements, definitely, along with the diet, we sometimes prescribe them as well.
Okay.
Do you know how long the retreat is? Is it sort of 1 week, 2 week, 10 days?
Actually, it's like from 10 to 14 days.
10 to 14
But you
days.
can actually fix, like if you want to go for 21 days, that's also fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible. According to your availability and your convenience, you can fix the duration.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
got the question I've asked regarding the Ayurvedic medicine. Like, how do you, send, UK, if I require, anything, who gonna decide?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. So your Ayurvedic physician will be prescribing these medicines, and we have a team who can deliver it to you at your doorstep there. So you can
Okay,
just
so
order the medicine.
okay, so do I need to consult with my my physician or Ayurveda physician?
Your health coach. So your health coach will help you to, contact your Ayurveda consultant, and then you can pick the medicines for whatever you needed, and then they'll help. You can order them. So the health coach will take your details and they will dispatch it at your home.
Okay, so will those medicine made by you guys, or is it something you have proper manufacturer or kind of, what kind of is it like, how do you make, kind of, is it?
We have authentic manufacturing units here, like not our Nirva units, but authentic medicine manufacturing companies that we have, contacts with. So through them, we take the medicines and we send it to you.
Okay, so that depend on my diagnosed here in the UK. So do I need to send all the reports and everything, and then you decide which medicine it's good for me?
So
because
have you had your consultation with your Ayurveda, diet consultation? Is that over?
I had one when I started when I joined, the this membership, and then and the second is booked actually. Yeah, so it's been only one and a half week since I joined in
All
Nirva.
right.
Yeah.
So so first what we do is that we just know your gut, and if possible with the dietary interventions, we just do the gut reset, and if needed, we can order the medicines as well. So you can get in touch with your health coach Suneha, so they'll help with you, and you can send your reports to them as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Are the health coaches located in UK as well? Is that a face-to-face appointment?
No, it's through the online platform itself.
But normally with Ayurvedic, they will check your pulse as well. How does
So
that
yeah,
work?
we do have a plan to open a physical center there. Maybe that will,
Mm.
happen soon.
'Cause I
And
thought
then
that was
we
the first thing they do is to check the pulse.
that is one of the way, Manjeet. That is
Mm.
one of the way. But knowing your prakriti and knowing your condition can also be helpful for an Ayurveda physician to diagnose your condition and also make the proper decisions regarding your health condition.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Suneha and Panna have raised their hands, so you can unmute yourselves and speak. Yeah, Rita. Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to know that my appointment is on this Friday with my coach. So will she be knowing all details for retreat?
What appointment you are having on this Friday? Is it a retreat discovery call?
No, it's not about retreat. It's about my health, regular, every week I have consultation.
Okay.
So it's
Okay, yeah, I got it.
ongoing. And in that, if I ask her, will she be knowing or no? I have to
Yeah,
give
she'll be knowing the basic details, but in
Uh-huh.
order to find out the complete details of the retreat and how you can plan it, because these plans actually have certain installments through which you can pay, and there are many options for you to pay. So regarding all the details, it will be better to book a retreat discovery call.
So how do I do that?
Yeah, that your health coach can help you with. So I'll
Okay.
inform your health coach. Okay, so they will
Okay.
help you book a retreat discovery call.
And
Okay. And
Panna,
roughly, do you know the price?
Panna,
Roughly.
actually, yeah, Panna, I have actually put in a word with the group right now. Okay, right away. Probably they should be able to contact you as soon as possible. All right?
Thank
Is
you.
that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else? I think we are 12 minutes past our scheduled time. So shall we wind up for today? Is there anything more to ask? If there is anything else, please do let us know via email or WhatsApp or whatever is possible for you. Right? Yes, Tracy. Yeah. So, yeah, two more people have raised. So, Neha, is there anything you want to ask? We're going to kind of wind up right now.
Yeah, just a quick one,
Yeah.
like while staying in the UK, it's so difficult, to, cooking wise, I know like that it's really healthy to cook every day, but as a working mom and I've got little one as well, it's so difficult to cook 3 times. So is it okay to have, leftover cooked, next day, if I cook a little bit more, is it okay or is it not healthy or kind of, I just want to know.
It is okay,
Yeah.
Suneha.
Whenever it's possible, you can cook. Whenever it's not, you can just use the leftovers. In order, instead of taking some unhealthy options, it's always, somewhat better to go with the leftover options, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, another thing, Suneha, we have to think practically as well, right? We have so many things on our shoulders, and sometimes it's not, we can't balance everything, right? So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so what we can do is we can plan like alternate days or something where you can cook, and so that you have time for other things. With this little one, it can be very challenging to do everything on a particular day, right?
Yeah, and that makes more like stress actually.
Yes,
When
yes,
you
of
are not
course, it does.
managing, on time.
Yes. And we don't want any more stress. That's why, see, ideally we say that, every day fresh food, all that. Yes, fine. But are we able to do it? Earlier when it was a joint family, people could do that. There are so many people to help, right? But now with nuclear families, it's very challenging. So yeah, this is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I think, yeah, we have come to the end of this session. So thank you, all of you, for joining us. But before you go, I want to put in a few more things that we have planned for next week. When we spoke about gut, immunity is very much connected to a gut. You may want to know how. Our body's immune system, contains 70% of the immune cells we see in our gut. Okay, so after discovering the gut secrets, I think it just makes sense to talk a little bit about our immunity, how we can actually enhance our immune responses. So this is what we have planned for next week, next Wednesday session. So do join us to know more about immunity, how we can modify it, through lifestyle modifications, Ayurveda tips, yoga, etc. So Do not forget to join us next week. We will be wanting to meet you, and do bring along all those women you think deserve a better life, who can, actually connect with this and gain health and happiness. All right. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for being here with us. And we thoroughly enjoyed having this conversation with you. All right. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Take care,
Thank
all of
you.
Thanks
you.
so much. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.